I pass the creepy house on the hill every day on my way to school. It might sound weird to you, but I swear to God that house is watching me. Don't laugh, just listen. It's been abandoned since as long as I can remember. The windows are gone, the front porch is rotted out, the roof is metal, and my dad tells me that's the only thing keeping it from falling apart. I guess metal roofs last a long time. Dad says the roof is keeping the house protected from the rain. I don't know anything about that stuff, but he works in construction, so I take his word for it. But forget all that. This house sits there and stares at me, like it's trying to get my attention. It's hard to explain. Definitely one of those you have to be there things, you know? I ignore it, but it's hard. I keep my eyes focused on the sidewalk until I pass it. If I was the only kid walking to school, I'd run past it, but I'm afraid someone's going to ask me why I'm doing it, and the last thing I want to do is to tell them why. They'll think I lost it. I can't believe I'm telling you this. You probably already think I'm nuts. It gets worse, though. So, this next part is, well, where I wonder if I'm already crazy. About a month after my sister disappeared, I would hear this wailing sound coming from the house. It's been 3 years, 5 months, and 2 days since she's been gone. Like I said, the house has been empty forever, but the cops searched every inch of it for her just in case she might have been trapped inside or was being held hostage or something. She wasn't there. Nothing was. There wasn't even anything like graffiti on the walls or needles from druggies or sleeping bags from kids hooking up. Not a thing. Why would there be? No one's ever been brave to stay long enough to trash the place. But every year, always at Halloween, we dare someone to go inside. My friend, Steven, pissed his pants after about 5 minutes. Ryan ran out screaming as soon as he stepped inside. Tyler lasted the longest, 10 minutes, but he went home and came down with a mysterious illness for like a week. When he finally came back to school, he wouldn't talk about it, and he looked whitish green. If any of us asked him about it, he'd leave and ghost us for days. Guys older than us tried. There's a story that 5 guys, all college students, tried to stay overnight as part of some frat initiation ceremony, but couldn't make it through the whole night. Well, they wanted out, but the house wouldn't let them leave for like 5 hours. I'm sure it's a stupid story started by someone to keep us out of that stupid place, but it didn't work. We still try. I've been lucky so far that my name was never drawn. My luck ran out last week. It's my turn. Tonight, I'm going in. I know what you're thinking. Brandon, after everything you just told us, why are you stupid enough to go inside that stupid house that you say is watching you? Well, I'll tell you. So, do you remember the wailing I said I've been hearing since my sister disappeared? Well, it's not just wailing. I mean, it is. But the house is wailing at me, calling my name. And it sounds like my sister. It sounds just like Desi when she'd yell at me to get out of her room. This is why I haven't said anything to anyone, because even hearing myself say it out loud makes me sound crackers. So I'm standing at the bottom of the steps that lead up to the house now, trying to be brave. I can't even look at it, but I hear the wailing. I take one step, then another, and then I'm there. The front porch steps are gone. There's a cement block under a window. The wailing dies down to a whisper, but it's in my ears now, worse than an earworm of your least favorite song. It's tunneling through my brain, cracking against my bones. It's hard to ignore and even harder to try to forget it. I put my foot on the block, feeling my knees weaken, the muscles in my legs twitching from fear. I'm allowed a flashlight. I flick it on, shove it in my mouth, and climb inside. The wailing stops. The air is heavy inside, musty, almost like the smell of the dirt when my mother digs in the ground for her vegetable garden in the spring, But it's more than that, though. There's a smell of cold, if that's even a thing. There's a smell of emptiness, if that's even a thing. I can't breathe deep. Nerves, probably. I swear my nuts have turned to raisins because the damp cold in this place is something I can't even describe. I bet some of you know what I'm talking about. I take a few shaky steps, shining the flashlight all around the room, the living room. There's a fireplace, poker, and brooms sitting beside it like it's brand new, a mirror above the mantel, steps still intact, amazing woodwork which my dad would love. Even with the windows all gone, there's no noise coming through, not even wind, not even cars from the road below. And now I'm confused. I hear breathing that isn't mine. To be sure, I hold my breath. Someone is watching me. I can feel it. No, I take that back. Someone is waiting for me. I hear a scratching coming from somewhere. I slowly walk around the room and listen. It's behind the bookshelf. It's under the stairs. It's near the fireplace. It's everywhere but nowhere. I'm at the wall next to the fireplace now. It starts again. Brandon! I jump. It's my sister's voice. Desi? The scratching speeds up just where I'm standing. Brandon, let me out! Let me out? I don't know why, but I grab the poker from the fireplace and crack a hole in the wall where I heard the scratching. I cut my fingers to shreds, ripping away the plaster. Splinters dig into my hands as I rip the boards away. The breathing gets louder. And then I hear a pulse. I'm down to the studs now. I see the color blue. My sister was wearing a blue sweater when she went missing. I crack open the wall some more. I see what looks like human hair. I rip off the rest of the plaster and boards to see a pair of blue eyes staring back at me. I jump back in horror. Desi? My mind is a whirl. She's in the wall. She looks the same as the day she disappeared. She's looking right at me. And she's alive. Get me out of here, Brandon. I'm looking right at her as she speaks. Her lips don't move, but her voice carries like it's coming from everywhere in general and nowhere in particular. More than anything, though, I can see the desperation in her eyes. I back away. 1 step. 2 steps. Her eyes plead with me. Another step back, and another. Close to the front door. She wails. I cover my ears. My body tenses at the sound. I hurt all over. I'm sorry. I whisper and run out the door toward home. Life has been so much better since she's been gone.